You're listening to the RowdCAST on the RowdCAST Radio Network.
The RowdCAST contains adult languages, adult themes, and adult situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! No! No!
Entering the RowdCAST, an online radio show brought to you weekly by me, your host, Rowdy Radloff, coming straight from Toledo, Ohio, with our many cast of characters. I am live, I am uncensored, I am unfiltered, and I'm coming right to your ears, right to your brain, so listen up, because it's going to be a hell of a show.
Darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again. What up, motherfuckers? This is Rowdy Radloff, and another episode of the RowdCAST. You come to this motherfucking place. It's starting to become a thing. Every Friday night we do this. In the darkness, we talk about terrible things and weird fucking people and strange behaviors, and I love it. I love everybody that listens. You guys are the shit. I love all the cool people that want to come and talk to me on the RowdCAST. And tonight is no exception. He is a very, very cool cat. Only someone that I've known for a relatively short time, but very, very fucking cool dude. And he is he's got some interesting viewpoints and he's got some weird stories. So he is more than welcome on the RowdCAST. So, Mr. Trey Chamberlain, thank you so much for coming back. How you been, Bubba?
What's up, Rowdy? Super happy to be back, man. I'm glad you invited me back in your house. It's never a dull moment here, man.
No, man. No, I got a baby now, so it's no joke, dude.
You're down one family member, but you're up one family member.
That's right. That's right, I am. He keeps a smile on my face, you know. And you're about to become a papa too, man. You're counting the days. How many days left did you say?
Oh well, shit. It could be any day.
Could be right now. You could leave the show and have a baby.
She could be in labor right now.
Yeah.
No, the due date's the 9th, but man, we're hoping for earlier. So
excellent, man. You're about to find out that it's the coolest fucking thing that ever could happen. Like. It's amazing to try to wrap your brain around fucking a human being growing inside another human being and her pooping it out and then it becoming part of your life. I mean, she doesn't poop it out. It comes out of her vagina, but pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And then it becomes a sign, and then it gets like mine. It starts growing hair. It starts walking. It starts waving. Like, it's like, what in the fuck? And you see yourself in it when you look at it.
We have this conversation every day, man, when he's sitting there and he's pushing his feet out and you can see it,
Yep.
and you can see his fist pushing out, and you can see the outline of his fingers.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, there's a real human in there that is half me and half you, and we're gonna get to see what he looks like here. It's crazy,
dude. Isn't it crazy though that they breathe liquid? Like they're in a sack, an embryonic sack of liquid, and they just like squirm around like a fucking fish baby.
I didn't know that until very recently. I thought he was in there. I don't know. I thought he was breathing. I mean, I didn't know shit.
Me too.
Until just here the last couple of weeks, I learned. Yeah,
you learn a lot in those fucking classes, don't you?
Yeah. Definitely the classes. If you got any implication on being a responsible parent, definitely take those classes. They taught me pretty much everything I know up to this point.
Yeah, it's I hope, and the people that, and that's the thing, the people that say they never want kids, like, I respect that 100%, but it's like such a different, it's such a different feeling. Like, there's no feeling like it yet that I've ever felt on earth, like when you have your own child. So it's like, the people that say that, it's like, I respect that 100%, but they're missing out on such a giant chunk. I got reproduction. That's what I think it's because it's like a primal thing. That's what we're meant to reproduce. That's to carry on your name or carry on your species, is to reproduce. So that feeling that you get is like something special, you know.
I've heard that from so many people. Obviously, you know, I'm at the age now where all my friends have babies or babies on the way, and
they're either married, fucking divorced, fucking miserable.
And even my brother, but everybody that I talk to says, "Man, you don't even know until it happens." I said it's the craziest thing. It's a feeling like you've never felt before. Yep. So I can't wait till
definitely is. There. But yeah, man,
we're not far off.
You'll be a great daddy, man. Won't be no big deal, dude. No big deal. You'll adapt quickly. You know, like I said, after 3 months, you start getting into your groove, and it's just clockwork, man. It ain't nothing. We were meant to do this. People have been parents way before. People were having babies way before we were even a fucking thought, even a speck in the universe. So it's what the human species is meant to do, man. It's meant to carry on.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to it. It's the biggest thing I've ever done with my life by far. So
yeah.
Yep, looking forward to it. Gonna be quite the adventure.
So some things I want to talk to you about, man. You are in the RowdCAST, so you knew I was gonna fire some fucking random weird fucking stories and shit at you. So one thing I seen that this was reported by the Real or Russia Today, I believe, said that Subway is concerned. They're a little concerned because a DNA test that was performed on chicken that they use in their subs contains more than 50% soy. So you're not eating chicken. You're eating more of a soy byproduct.
Yeah. And actually, I got a foot in this story. I used to work at a place called Central Soya. It's called Soleil now, but it's in Bellevue.
Yep, they make everything.
Including soy additives. So I used to see firsthand the stuff that they were shoving into this chicken, air quotes. And yeah, I mean, when you're buying chicken, when you're buying McDonald's or Subway chicken, I mean, you're getting a very small percentage chicken, a whole lot of additives, a lot of soy.
Yeah.
So I'm not too surprised to see the Subways doing the same thing.
Well, I mean, dude, it's all these fucking fast food places. If you think you're eating, you don't know what's in these fucking sandwiches or tacos or fucking straight up grade H fucking horse meat and shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they say about Taco Bell. They say that's like the grade of meat that you eat at Taco Bell is like, shouldn't even be fed to like pigs.
No, it's like less than 10% real meat, and it's like 90% bullshit.
It's just chemicals, dude.
Oh, but it tastes good.
Dude, what do you know that they're like planning on growing, like they've got green lighted to start growing meats in labs?
Yeah, I read about that.
What do you think about that? What would you think about if someone gave you a fucking big steak and they said, yeah, we just grew that in a petri dish?
Well, we'll see, man. We'll see how it tastes. And
but you wouldn't be against. I
wouldn't be against it if the nutritional content was the same. I mean, if we can avoid all this moving cows around with forklifts and all this supposed, abuse that goes on in these factory farms, I would eat a petri dish steak if it tasted good and carried the same nutritional value. But my hopes aren't high.
You never know. But yeah, you just think if it's grown because that's what our problem is with lumber now. You know, all these houses and shit that are being built today, they aren't gonna last like the 100-year-old homes that we have that are still around.
No.
Because they've been built with they were like those kind of houses. They chopped down a tree and fucking built a couple trees and built a house.
Doing inspections, you probably see you go into a basement and you see lumber that still has the bark on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know that's how it used to be. Now we're manufacturing wood. Yeah, we make it with chemicals and we repel insects with it and shit like that. But it doesn't stand the test of time. So moisture and that kind of stuff will fucking. You're not going to see the structural integrity of homes. I don't think last like they do today. I think it's really, and that's everything. We're just across the board. Everything we make, it's cheap, it's fast, it's whatever. Throw it out there, sell it, and when you do that, fucking you speed it up, so you lose quality.
The direction we're headed is everything is disposable. I mean, everything. Now, I've seen things recently of houses that can be put together in as little as a day. I mean, with building blocks. Not necessarily building blocks, but basically life-size Legos that kind of just stack together, and it's like every day
anybody can do
cheaper and cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah. You want to build your own house? Here you go. Here's a fucking box of fucking giant Legos. Put it together.
It's a prefabricated kit almost now that you get. Being in roofing, I see a lot of roofs. You know, I've done roofs up in New York. In Queens, actually, where we took off roofs that were 600 years old.
Wow, man.
Made of copper. And you look at that, and that's the original roof on a 600-year-old building. And the roofs that we're putting on today, we're guaranteeing 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
You know,
lasted 600.
And they lasted. The last one lasted 600. The new one's going to last 30, maybe.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that is crazy.
So things are just getting more and more temporary.
Yeah. It is. It's a weird world that we live in, though. Because everybody wants more things that are convenient. They're quick, fast. Fucking, when can I have it? How fast can I fucking have it? And that's a big problem.
There's a lot of money in repairs too, which I think plays a big part of it. Because if you build, let's say Whirlpool builds a washing machine that's going to last 30 years. Well, that's a one-time purchase for Whirlpool, and they
fuck yeah.
But they have no money to be made if that washing machine doesn't break.
They're not in the business of fucking making washing machines that last forever.
No, they want them to break.
They're in the business of selling washing machines.
They make a huge profit on selling replacement parts.
Absolutely. Oh, you want a warranty? No. We'll give you a warranty, but it only lasts for. That's the thing. That's what I always tell people is like. You see a warranty, it's like, okay, this manufacturer design life is 8 to 12. Okay, but the fucking warranty only lasts for 5 years. Yeah. Why does that warranty only last for 5 years? What happens after that 5th year? That's when the thing starts taking the shit.
They want to sell you replacement parts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a racket, dude. It's a racket.
Really is, man. Everything every day I feel like gets more and more disposable. Like you said. They used to sell Coke in glass bottles, Coca-Cola. What do you buy Coca-Cola in now?
Yeah,
some plastic
bullshit.
Yeah.
And the plastic, they say the plastic that shit's being sold in is, again, they cheap out on that and they use this plastic that they're not supposed to be using. And
BPA.
When we drink it, it fucking leaches into our body. Yeah. So we got ounces of fucking plastic in our bloodstream from fucking drinking the shit. Especially they say, like, when you leave it in, like, I always thought it was a myth when they would say that you leave cars or Gatorade bottle in your car and the sun, everything heats up and the sun hits it.
And the plastic gets in it?
Yeah.
Not a myth.
No, it's not a myth. It's true. There's certain plastic that when the sunlight, especially UV rays, hit it, it fucking dissolves or something. It leaches into the fucking liquid and you ingest it.
Absolutely,
it does. That's a fact.
Spend the extra $1 to go BPA free.
Yeah, that's
free yourself of that worry.
But you know how big of an issue plastic is, and that's the funny thing. You're talking about soy. Yeah, we talk about soy byproducts. I don't want to be eating fucking soy chicken, but you know how much shit you can make out of soy. You know how much shit you can make out of hemp.
Yeah.
These kind of things could be anything that you see that's plastic. Pretty much can be made out of hemp, and then soy is the same way. I remember seeing soy frisbees. We used to have a fucking soy fair from the same place, Central Soya. They'd have this little fair, and they'd have fucking calculators and fucking frisbees made out of. They're like, this is every year is made out of soy product.
I remember.
It's like what the fuck?
Soy milk chugging competition. crayons made out of soy. It's, oh yeah, you can eat these crayons. They're non-toxic, they're made of soy.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not going to eat fucking crayon. Why don't you eat a crayon, you fucking old fuck? You know? Like, dude, fuck you. I'm not eating that. But for real, dude, it's bullshit, dude. It's fucking bullshit. And they keep selling us the shit. And that's the thing is, like, the shit that they even give us. What about trans fats? Trans fats, you know, that they said by 2018, I think by the end of next year, all trans fats, any fucking product that has trans fats in it has to be taken off the shelves. So that's like, I'm pretty sure it's like most like things like artificial butter.
Yeah.
Like fucking margarine and like a lot of like potato chips and shit have trans fats in them.
Yep.
They say they're toxic to us. And so they've finally said that they need to be removed, but they're still letting us eat all. They're letting us ingest it for another fucking 2 years.
Slide for a little bit
Another
longer.
2 years until all these companies can get it out of their products. No, it should be today. It should be today. And also, like, I've heard Mountain Dew, like when it's sold overseas in Europe and shit, it's like cut down. They take a bunch of different chemicals out of it that we sell over here that are toxic to you. And the U.S., you know, the fucking what is it? The ones that govern the fucking. It's not USDA, is it?
The FDA.
FDA. The FDA just is like, man, we'll let that slide. It's America.
So
America.
So we have more toxic Mountain Dew here than they do, huh?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, I don't know how true that is. Again, this is RowdCAST. Check your facts, people. I just throw shit at you. Who knows if it's fucking real or not? I don't fucking know. Do you know, Trey?
No. I know I used to drink a hell of a lot of Mountain Dew, though.
Me too. I love Mountain Dew. It's so fucking delicious. Makes my fucking teeth rot out. You ever heard of Mountain Dew mouth?
Well, I'll tell you something. I just recently had the Mountain Dew mouth. I don't know if you saw. I just had a couple of rotten spots on my teeth as a result of
I showed your fucking, yeah.
As a result of my abuse of Mountain Dew as a preteen. Mm-hmm. I mean, I used to drink, I shit you not, probably between 10 and 12 cans of Mountain Dew a day.
Damn, I've never drank that much. I drank a lot of it, though.
I used to live on it before I knew anything about it, you know, back when I was like living at home and it was just always readily available. Rotted my teeth, man. I just spent a lot of money on cosmetic surgery to have my teeth fixed for the Mountain Dew that I was drinking when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old.
Fucking fact, dude. He's dropping fucking knowledge on you. He had to rot his teeth. Dude, it happens in, like, that's what happens in a lot of those, like, farm communities and shit, or mountain towns and shit. They don't take care of their teeth at all, and then they drink lots of, like, Mountain Dew or really high acidic and sugary drinks, and it rots all their teeth out like fucking meth.
Yep.
Fucking straight up, dude. That's real.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, man.
The sugar, the artificial sugar they use in that stuff is literally just a deterioration of your teeth. If you don't stay on, you know, brushing, flossing, rinsing, it eats your teeth. I mean, I'm living proof. I had literally bad rotten. You can look at old pictures of me. I had literally bad rotten spots on my teeth, and I know it was a result of the pop.
So you got brand new teeth?
I didn't get brand new teeth, but I got some enamel fillings to cover the rotten spots.
How much does that shit run?
I had 3 teeth fixed, and I'm $800 into it now. Out of pocket.
$800?
Yep. Just for a little.
Pretty expensive to fill in a couple gaps.
Yeah, just for a little.
Smooth it over, make it look nice. Yep. Does it feel weird with your tongue?
No, they made it pretty natural now.
Really?
You know, as a matter of fact, a half an hour out of being out of there, they said you can go eat and do whatever you want.
Really? That's fucking sweet.
They made it pretty easy on me.
That's how quick they're getting with the shit now. They're going to be like, we'll do a root canal in about, give us about 4 seconds.
Yep.
You're going to be like, okay. Then pretty soon they're not going to have people, though. You know, did you see that, all these people bitching about the fucking... the pay rate and shit. These kids fucking bitching about wages that they work at McDonald's and they don't get paid enough.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Did you see that? Hour, see Wendy's? What Wendy's is doing? They're fucking, I think they're buying like, I want to say hundreds of thousands of kiosks now where you just walk up at a Wendy's and no one's going to take your order anymore. You're just going to go up to a kiosk, press in what you want, and then they put the shit on the tray.
Really? Wendy's is doing that now?
Wendy's, yeah. They started...
They got that technology out now.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've
that's
actually used it a few times, but
and that's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers, and that's the thing, and that goes those millennials. We deserve $16 an hour. Well, your $16 an hour just bought you. You lost your job.
Yeah,
Like, that's what like we're getting to this age. Like that's again it goes back to these kids that are fucking cry about stupid shit. Like we're at the age we're gonna surpass that. You know, like some of these people are talking about. We're giving birth. You know, like Joe Rogan said something about this, and some of the guests that he's had on were talking about this. But we are giving birth to a new entity or a new species. I mean, dude, we're fucking this whole computers and how everything's incorporated inside of fucking, you know, robotics and fucking the internet and shit. We're gonna be something of the past, dude.
Yeah,
we're not gonna be.
The internet's running everything.
Yeah, we're not gonna be around anymore. There's no need for the human beings. We just ruin everything. And I don't think people like Donald Trump and like the shit that's going on now. I don't think they realize that. Like I feel crazy to say that when I know I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he has to grow up, but human beings aren't going to last forever, dude.
No,
There's
I've
something
had
more
the same
coming
thought.
on.
And I saw a video that went around, and I don't know if you saw it, about a supermarket that basically is doing the same thing. It's a big warehouse. They have a touch screen on the outside of the building. You don't go in and get a shopping cart at your supermarket anymore. You literally place your order for all your groceries on this touch screen, and they come down a conveyor belt bagged and ready to go. You pull your car up and you pick up your groceries. Wow. There's no cashier, there's no bagger, no nothing.
Skip everything.
Yep, you go up to a big, you know, tablet about the size of this TV here, and you basically pick your selection, and it comes down a conveyor belt.
Wow, where's that at? Do you know?
No, I don't know where it was, but it was a video that rolled around on Facebook there for a minute. We could probably find it.
That's crazy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? But we are fucking. We're at this fucking time where we just can't. We can't sustain this thing forever. All we do is we pollute, we destroy, we fucking these. Antarctica, they just said there's the biggest crack that's ever fucking. It's like, I want to say it's like 80 something miles wide. This crack in Antarctica, and if this piece breaks off, it's this giant. It'll be the biggest iceberg ever known in the history of icebergs. It's bigger than the state of Delaware.
No kidding.
Yeah, dude. And it's fucking. If it breaks off, the buoyancy of it, like. I think fucking will affect like the
probably raise the water level.
Yeah, something
everywhere.
like that. Something like that. I don't know. Or if it melts or something, you know, the buoyancy will. Yeah, and it's just we've done this.
They just recorded the highest temperature day in Antarctica ever on record.
Yep.
Antarctica's never had a day that warm as long as we've been recording it.
And the last year was the hottest year on record. We've
Yep.
never had a year as hot as 2016. It's the hottest. And every year continues to be that way. Yeah. This year, we're already on track to be the hottest year. Look at our fucking February in Ohio. Yeah, we've had some cold days, but, dude, you know, that's what anybody...
T-shirt a week ago.
Yeah, exactly. Friday, last I don't know if it was last Friday or 2 Fridays ago, it was 72 degrees. Mm-hmm. People were in shorts and T-shirts dancing in the streets, fucking like it was fucking summer.
Now today we got snow.
Yeah, we got fucking snow, and it's fucking, today it's freezing, 28 degrees, something like that. You know...
Welcome to Ohio.
Yeah, but I mean, anybody that denies global warming, you know, it's not just that you have warmer days, it's just it's that extreme difference. That's what global warming is, and we have a lot of that right now. We have things that are just ass backwards, and that's because we fucked up, dude. We're doing this, and that's what I'm saying. We're having earthquakes in fucking Oklahoma because everybody's fracking everybody's fracking out there, destroying all the fucking lands and fucking shooting chemicals into the ground. And, you know, this is all man-made. And once the fucking machine realizes that it doesn't fucking need us, we're fucking gone, dude. Uh-huh. We're fucking... As soon as it realizes it can make itself, but it doesn't need to...
It doesn't need us to make it anymore. No.
See ya. Fucking cut his head off.
We watched the video of the robot that's jumping 8 feet in the air, running around at 9 miles an hour. It can open doors. I mean, how long before they just don't need us anymore?
They don't.
I mean, I just watched a video of that robot jump higher than I've ever seen a man jump.
Yeah, it's like fucking... you know, it's like I don't know. It's almost like it's fucking. It's our evolution. There's no other way to put it. We have to evolve into something. We have to fucking continue. We have to fucking bring it on, you know?
Yeah, and we've got Trump now who, and I kind of laughed when I read this, is, he wants to promote clean air and clean water, but now I've just read that he's passed this bill that completely eliminates the EPA's association with keeping Lake Erie clean. Which protected like 97% of the pollution into Lake Erie, and if this bill passes, that is.
That's why the algae bloom is so bad.
Yep.
Because of fucking runoffs and shit, all these chemicals that they use.
And if this bill passes, I mean, it can only get worse.
Yeah.
So, but he claims to be a clean air, clean water president as he signs these pipelines into production.
Yeah, and he went right back on the Dakota Access Pipeline. Obama halted the shit, and then as soon as he got in, he fucking overrid it and fucking said, "Get back out there, dude! Start laying the fucking pipe and tell these motherfuckers to get out of here." You know, one thing though, while we're talking about that, I know I just I'm sporadic and I bounce around because I have ADD probably. One thing though, that I really I agree with everything the water protectors are doing out there and standing up to the fucking man and saying fuck you and this is our land and blah blah. But the one thing I didn't agree with is how they burn everything.
Yeah.
They torched all their fucking huts and they said it was what was the word they used? It was not the sacrifice, but it was traditional.
Yeah.
That was why they burned it. There was a tradition that they were doing, giving the shit. But I seen another thing, and I seen a couple other articles, but one of them was Breitbart, which is totally right. But it said like it's going to cost them like millions or almost like hundreds of thousands of dollars to fucking clean up the shit that they left there.
Yeah,
all the trash, all the fucking shit that they burnt, and all this shit to clean it all up. All this land, fucking, is going to cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars, and to me that's almost hypocrisy to say that you're there to fucking look out for Mother Nature and you're gonna stop oil and you're gonna not let your water be polluted, but yet you fucking leave all this trash and pollute this fucking land.
We're at kind of a catch-22 at this stage where everybody wants to drive cars, everybody wants to burn oil, but nobody wants to install pipelines. Everybody wants to eat cheeseburgers, but nobody wants to see a tortured cow. Nobody realizes what goes on behind the scenes. I mean, if you're driving a car every day, that oil's got to come from somewhere. I mean, we have to advance somewhat as a society if we're going to sustain all this stuff that we want to do. I've seen so many people spend hundreds of dollars in fuel to drive out there to support this, or to fight against this oil pipeline. It's like you realize that we burn more and more oil every single day, and it has to get to us somehow.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to see somebody's water source become polluted or something, but everybody still wants to drive cars, and everybody still wants to use oil and to burn it, but nobody wants to pollute the waters, and we're kind of at a point where you got to pick one or the other.
Yeah. Still, it's just by burning it and putting it in the ozone is fucking terrible too. You're not getting it right to the source, but and it's just it is a catch-22 with all of it, with fracking, with everything. You want cheap gas, you want to use our own sources, and some people are gonna get fucking flammable water, and their fucking cows might die, and shit happens, dude. It all can't just work smoothly. That's the thing. It's the thing with the world and reality is that fucking too many things are fucking. There's gray. They're not black and just white. They're gray. There's a lot of gray areas where you can't be 100% right or 100% wrong.
Nope. Nope. Like I said, everybody wants to have their cake, but nobody wants to bake it.
Nope. Everybody wants to fucking tell you how it goes, but nobody wants to fucking, make them do it. My thing too is with all these people, I beat this horse all the fucking time, but the Milo shit where he was on the campus and they fucking rioted and broke all the shit. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
This was at UC Berkeley, I believe, in California, where this Milo Yiannopoulos or whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah, he's on Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, he's all over.
He's been on Rogan's podcast.
He's blowing up, but he's a homosexual white dude that bangs black dudes. And he's a right winger. He's a big Donald Trump supporter and blah blah. So he's like everything. He's just so many question marks that it just confuses you.
Yeah.
And so he's been going around doing this the Dangerous Faggot tour where he goes to these campuses and stuff, and he just talks. He just gives speeches and talks about freedom of speech, and you can think whatever the fuck you want to think. Well, he was supposed to appear at UC Berkeley, and it's a very left-wing type of fucking thing, you know?
Okay.
And it's a very left-wing school, a Democrat, you know. They think they're liberal, you know. They fucking think whatever. Well, before he even spoke, they started going fucking crazy. And they started fucking rioting and started breaking shit, burning shit, they busting out windows in like their student union and shit, and having riots. Yeah, so they end up canceling him. They wouldn't even let him speak. They fucking made him leave, and they did this because of a dude. They wouldn't let him say what he needed to say, and I mean, it's amazing. Like they're saying that he's a Nazi. They're saying he's a bigot. He's a fucking gay dude. They're saying they're saying like he hates, you know, and he bangs black dudes. Like they're saying, how is he a racist? And they say this shit. It's just, but when they say he's a Nazi, like what you're doing by burning shit and marching around and screaming and fucking chanting and breaking shit, that's more like a Nazi than him just trying to speak and say his peace of mind.
Yeah, sure.
But it's scary because that's the fucking world we live in. They bitch and bitch and bitch. I'm not right or left. But they bitch and bitch and bitch.
I'm a little of both.
Yeah.
I'm a little of both.
Exactly. I'm a fucking realist. But they bitch and bitch and bitch about the right when really fucking they're doing the shit that they're against. And it's like, I don't know, it's a scary world, man. It's so weird the times that we're living in. You know?
Absolutely. And you want to talk about Jeff Sessions.
Oh, definitely.
You want to talk about Sessions.
God damn.
Holy shit. So I'm looking at some Sessions videos today. And don't get me wrong, I think he's a smart dude. I don't want to defend him, but you know, he's made his way up through politics a little bit. He was a senator in I don't know what it was, Alabama, but now he's
affiliated with the KKK.
General.
Affiliated with the KKK.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep.
Fucking proven to affiliation with the KKK at one time in his life.
And what pisses me off so much about Sessions is not so much that he's anti-marijuana and he wants the federal government to interfere with states' laws on this legalization, but because there's a lot of politicians out there that are anti-marijuana. You know, there's a huge group of them that are. So he's just in a group of politicians. You know, but the thing that gets me about Sessions is that he's been such a tobacco advocate. He's been real big into the tobacco.
He worked for tobacco, big tobacco. That's why.
Yeah, and
they're paying him for life, probably.
They've been paying him for a long time. In fact, I read that they paid him so much that he had to give some money back because the tobacco companies had donated more money than what was legally allowed to be donated to a political party. He actually had to cancel a check.
Really?
Yep. From man, I wish I could remember the guy's name, but they donated so much money to Sessions when he was trying to become a senator that he had to cancel a check and send them money back. They said that you've reached the legally allowed limit for donations
from fucking taking money from big tobacco.
From big tobacco, yep.
Jesus Christ, this is Jeff Sessions. He looks just like this motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
The fucking dude from Poltergeist that fucking comes and talks at the door. Have you ever seen this movie before?
Yeah, Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Years
ago. The second or third one.
Years
but he comes
ago.
to the door and he's like, you're all going to die in there. It's fucking. Dude, he reminds me of Sessions for some reason. Every time he talks, this is the guy that I see in my head. He looks like a skeleton. Fucking.
Yeah,
no,
he looks like him.
This motherfucker, don't he? You see that? You see what I'm talking about?
Yep.
The fucking. But dude, this to sit there and say bad people. You know, the best thing is what just came out. Dude, karma is having its way with all these motherfuckers already, dude, in Trump's cabinet, dude. Karma, nobody has to do a thing. Karma just fucking takes hold. He has ties for some reason, before the election, he spoke with a Russian ambassador twice. They have records of him speaking with this, and everyone's asking why. Well, why the fuck is this senator from Alabama speaking with a fucking Russian ambassador? Mm-hmm. They're like, there's no reason, there's no real ties why this happened, but it did happen. Well, so they're thinking that he, something went on here. Well, he just did something where, because he's Attorney General, he can remove himself from investigation. So
that's convenient.
He just went on and said that he's no longer going to be part of this investigation. They can't look any farther into him because he rescued himself.
Yeah.
Which the Attorney General can do that. The Attorney General can pardon anyone from a jail cell if they deem feasible.
Himself
I believe.
Included?
I guess so. I don't know, but somehow he pulled himself out of this. So the dude, that's the thing is, you want to talk about how good people, are do not smoke marijuana. Well, good people don't lie under oath either. So
right.
And
this is coming from a guy who said that good people don't smoke marijuana. I mean, it's a direct quote. Good people don't smoke marijuana.
Yeah.
And he says it's bad for the health of the nation to have marijuana recreational sales in every corner grocery store. Coming from a guy.
He said it's bad for what?
He said it's bad for the health of the nation.
If people are selling marijuana in every store corner.
Yep. But
why is
where can you buy cigarettes?
Yeah.
Well, I know how many people a year cigarettes kill, and I know where I can get cigarettes at every corner grocery store that I've ever gone to. But this is a guy who says I don't think that selling marijuana recreationally nationally is good for the health of the nation. Coming from the guy that's got millions.
Yeah, where the fuck does that come from, dude? That's some bullshit.
I mean, this is a direct quote. Good people don't smoke marijuana.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit.
I'm not on board with this fucking dude. He can't make up his mind.
No, he's just like the rest of them. They don't fucking know, dude. They just say whatever the fuck they want to say, and
whatever gets him elected,
Yeah.
Whatever gets him to that next step.
Yeah.
So,
let's see if I can find this video that I wanted you to see. I think it's somewhere in here. Yeah, this dude. Check this shit out.
Yeah, I saw this when you posted it earlier.
Now, is this shit crazy or what?
This reminds me of the videos I saw when bath salts were a thing.
Yeah, dude. It definitely is. It's got that bath salt type flocka type shit.
I don't know if you guys have seen this dude. He looks like a prison inmate or something, but just shirtless, walking around like he's possessed. With
his arms are like curled behind him. Yeah, he's like, his teeth are all bloody. He's got blood dripping down him. He's barefoot, and he's got he does definitely looks like a prisoner.
Like he just took a bite out of somebody.
He does, yeah. He definitely looks like, and he's talking crazy shit.
When I saw this video, this reminded me of the videos I saw when bath salts were a thing, where people were eating people's faces.
Yeah,
tripping out on bath salts. It kind of reminds me.
Let's see if I can get some sound on this motherfucker. This isn't like Russia, or this is like Brazil or something. And there's one thing I seen is they were like, they broke it down, like they translated what he said, and he was like saying some crazy like biblical shit, like I've been around fucking like longer than Jesus Christ, like and they said, are you Lucifer? And he like was fucking talking like he's possessed by the devil.
No shit.
Like, yeah, he was saying some creepy ass, like this is some of the shit he was saying was like some creepy ass fucking biblical craziness.
Yeah, I mean, I can't understand everything he's saying in the video, but
He looks kind of fucking scary though. Look at his hands, dude.
He's on something.
Yeah, he's high.
What drug puts you in that position? I mean,
Dude, fucking either Flocka or bath salts for sure.
I thought Flocka was the one that like ate your flesh.
No, that's crocodile.
Or yeah, that's croc. Yep, you're right.
The crocodile, that shit. They shoot that shit up, and it's a flesh-eating bacteria will fucking eat their.
Yep, that's what I'm.
It's like a one and done. No, Flocka is the one that's like that.
Yeah, this dude's looking like he's on some bath
Yeah,
salts.
his eyes are so white, but his pupils are like bigger than my fucking fist. Yeah, and obviously they're all the doctors and shit are walking behind him, so they're not that scared of him. And I think all that blood and shit may be his own, but he does look like he bit somebody's. Mm-hmm. He does look like he took a chunk out of somebody. Yeah, and speaking of that, I want to talk to you about. Let's see if we can find it. This dude, I don't know if you ever seen this story, but I think it was last year sometime. There was this kid. He was a sophomore at the University of Florida. And one night he was having dinner with his family. And he got up at the fucking restaurant. And he took off. And what he did is he walked 2.5 miles. And he walked 2.5 miles to the street. This fucking couple was sitting in their garage just drinking, hanging out, sitting on lawn chairs. He went inside. He ran inside. He was stripped down to his underwear. He ran inside, started attacking them, started fucking stabbing them and fucking biting them. And they were screaming and fucking... He took... somewhere during this, he took chemicals inside the garage, started drinking the chemicals, and fucking burned his fucking esophagus, burned his whole throat and all his stomach and shit. Fucking was attacking him, started biting the dude's face, eating his stomach. Their neighbor heard him screaming, so he ran over to help him, and the dude was like super strong, fucking stabbed him a bunch of times. He ran back, called 911. They brought cops there, took 4 cops and a canine unit to get this guy fucking off of him and get him down. He killed both of these people that were there, yeah. And that's what they thought. They said
he did kill both of them?
Oh, he killed both of them. Killed the wife and they were like 52 years old. And he was eating the dude's face and eating his stomach. And so what they did...
what do they find in this guy's system?
Yeah, that's the thing. Listen to this. The craziest thing is that's what everybody said. And when I went over it, I said, dude, that's Flocka. That's on that Flocka shit, dude. Yeah. So you get weird sketched out. Well, his family said that he had been acting weird the last couple weeks, like prior to it. But his toxicology came back and they didn't have any drugs. It didn't say he had any drugs in his system. It said he was sober. So we're thinking he's like fucking... And he said he like blacked out. He don't remember any of it. And
is he still alive?
Yeah, he's in fucking some crazy psych ward. So I was trying to look up. Dr. Phil just had him on. He had some video with him. And he don't remember any of it. But dude, it's creepy as fuck, man. He was just a sophomore, just a normal kid.
In his system?
That's what they said. But there was something else I seen that said that the tests they did wouldn't detect Flocka. Or shit. But when they talk to him, when they talk to the kid though, he says he's never heard of it. None of his friends have ever done it, never had a chance to do it, never been around it or anything.
No shit. Yeah, that's creepy.
That's scary as fuck, man.
He's doing some demonic shit and it's
Do you believe in fucking like demonic? Do you believe in like The Exorcist? Do you believe in demonic possession?
No, I can't honestly say that I do, man.
I don't either.
The whole thing's a line of bullshit.
So do I. Everybody's people getting rich off that shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, fucking,
I think there's scientific reasoning behind everything, and people sometimes just go fucking mentally crazy. It happens all the time, but
yeah.
No,
you see this
I don't believe in possession, exorcism.
This fucking pastor,
I saw
he
this.
takes these people, he choke slams them.
Yep.
And the fucking, there's like a little tub of water, and he's fucking like giving these dudes They're all smiling and shit and giving him hugs while he just picks him up, fucking tackles,
dives in there with him,
smashes his head against the fucking thing.
Whatever it is, these people are loving it. This guy looks pretty happy to be.
He did look really happy.
Violently baptized.
He's fucking getting the devil kicked out of him, dude. That's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to choke slam the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sometimes you got to fucking lay the fucking ass whooping down on the devil.
But that's all it takes, huh? A quick dunk in a bathtub.
Sometimes it takes rattlesnakes. Sometimes it takes gold, lots of gold. Sometimes you need to fucking.
Sometimes you need an exorcism.
You got to pay. Sometimes you need an exorcism. Sometimes you just got to pay, man. You just got to pay. As long as you got money, the fucking devil can fucking go bye-bye, dude. But you got to pay the piper. You got to pay God. God is not a cheap God. God needs lots of money to make God work. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how I feel. I feel in a lot of instances that religion is a bunch of bullshit, and a lot of people follow it fucking, hook, line, and sinker. They'll do anything. There's
a lot of people that donate, I'm talking 20, 30% of their salary to the church.
Yeah.
I'm talking every
You
week.
want to know, that's almost everybody that belongs to a church that really, they came to my parents one time. That's when my dad was like, fuck, dude, we ain't all about this.
Way.
They came to him because they knew he had a fucking successful business.
Yeah.
And they said, that's what they said. They come over for dinner. I remember a couple times they came for dinner, and I always thought that was weird. And I found out later, my dad told me, yeah, they came, and they gave me, like, paperwork. They're like, oh, I'll sign this contract saying you'll donate 20% of your earnings, your yearly earnings to the church. And he was like, no. Yeah, he's like, I'm not really, he's like, I'll donate to the offering plate every week, but he said, no, we're not.
I'm not going to sign a contract with you.
We're not signing a contract that 20% of our earnings. 20%?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Some people give more than that.
The fuck are you talking about? I got to make a living here. I got to fucking survive my family.
Like you said, if I'm going to church, I'll give you the offering plate, but
that's what makes me
sign a contract for 20%.
As long as you hit that plate, dog, that's what they want. Yep. Dude, that's what makes me sick is, like, I do work sometimes for pastors, and you get these pastors that have, like, the houses they get, like, way beyond their means, and it's like, who's paying for this?
Yeah.
Who's flipping the bill for this fucking house, this fucking mega mansion that you just got?
Mm-hmm.
All
the Catholics in
we're
this town.
We're at what church? Oh, it's a pretty nice church. There's a lot of money in that church. Yeah, that's how you got the house.
Yep.
They fucking pay you to live there. You know what? It's probably all tax write-offs. Probably fucking, you don't got to pay tax. You know, it's all, oh, I'm a pastor. This land is God's land. I don't have to pay fucking city taxes or fucking residential taxes.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put a roof on a church one time, and it was quite an ordeal. Halfway through the roof, I had little old ladies climbing up the ladder, saying, you know, we appreciate you guys donating this roof so much to the people of God. And she would hand me a packet and say, you know, this is to show our appreciation for your donation. We weren't donating the roof, by the way. This lady was just under the impression that we were giving this roof to the people of God.
What did she give you in the package?
A package that says, you know, we really appreciate your donation here. This is a church in Bowling Green. You know, thank you so much for your donation to the people of God. God needs this, and you know, and I mean, she really legitimately thought that she was getting this addition onto her church as a donation.
Who paid you? Who paid? Was she like the Congress? Was she leading the Congress, or
what ended up happening? We ended up pulling off the job halfway through because we decided that we probably weren't going to be getting paid from this church despite signing a contract. And instead of going into a legal battle, we pulled off halfway through. The roof was halfway done, halfway wide open, bare OSB. We said, well, we're out of here. Good luck.
That's what you got to do sometime. So that's what. So you guys signed a contract. You started on this roof, and she come up and they started telling you things like, "Oh, everybody was telling you thanks because you donated the roof," and they were all.
She gave me a full packet of information about the church and how you know, people donate stuff to this church, and it really means a lot to us. And I'm thinking, I don't think this is a donation. You know, I don't think that this that we're doing this for free this time. And yeah, man, for what it's worth, we pulled off that job halfway through. We left a church like wide open, bare wood.
Hey, man.
We said, see ya.
Hey, man.
We took a little of that roof with us when we left.
I would have too.
Yeah.
So what about all the materials you guys were out? You just lost
took a loss.
Took a loss. Yeah.
Took a
You
loss,
have to.
but
God didn't pay that loss.
God's not paying. Oh, that was what the packet said. Money means nothing in the eyes of God.
Yep.
Money means nothing in the eyes of God.
That's what my dad said. They told him is they said, you know, yeah, it's 20% here, but because of you giving us that money, God will look upon that, and he's gonna bless you with more money.
Right. God will send some business your way.
It's like, what? I just made that money, motherfucker.
Right.
What the fuck kind of shit? What the fuck kind of shit are we pulling here? What kind of fucking games? Like, what the fuck is this, dude? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry, but homie don't play no shit, dude. That's some bullshit, dude. Yeah, that's what they try to do. They try to rope you into. My dad's been all kinds of shit like that. Try to rope you in, got you to do the roof, and then as soon as you started on it, they try to tell you how blessed you are, and you're going to give it to them, like they're going to talk you into it, like they're trying to do some Jedi mind trick on you, and it's like, bitch, you know how much
she came up thanking us as if we had already agreed to. I mean, she just came up like, wow, we really appreciate you guys doing all this for free. So yeah, that's probably the only job I've ever walked off and said, well,
wow,
we're done with this one. Good luck.
It's like, bitch,
good luck,
if you don't go back
I hope it
down
doesn't rain tonight for your sake.
It's like, bitch, if you don't go back down that ladder and get me some money, I'm gonna fucking throw you off this roof.
I want to check today.
Yeah,
or I'm
like,
gone.
That fucking ink, dude. You better start writing a fucking check. That's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
no surprise.
I got I don't know, bad karma coming my way, but
no, that's not bad karma.
I don't,
they were trying to rip you off.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
That's not bad karma at all because it's a church. That's the thing. That's your thought.
Man, you just left it wide open like that.
See, that's your thinking, and that's what a lot of people would think too. A lot of people have that. It's like it's almost like a conscience, but that's just like a it's like a self-developed conscience with religion, where you think like that's when people always say, "Oh, well, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell if I say this." Yeah, it's probably what you're saying is pretty terrible, but that doesn't mean that you're saying like you're going to hell or you have this guilty feeling in your stomach because you said something or you did something. There's nothing that, if you really believe that, there's nothing to answer for. Mm-hmm. And what you're saying is you agreed to a contract to do a job for some money, and they fucking try to rip you off and tell you you're going to do it for free, and you said, fuck you, I'm not doing it, and you left. You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I really didn't.
It's the same thing. It don't matter if
I was true to the contract.
Exactly. It don't matter if they're Christians or not. They're trying to rip you off. They're trying to take advantage of your contract. Like they're trying to, you know what I'm saying? They're not honoring their side of the contract.
That kind of seems like a sin to me.
It's a client. I don't care if they're people of God or not. Yeah. Answer that God would fucking agree to the contract.
Yeah, I bet.
You know what I'm saying?
God signed this contract.
God would have paid the contract.
God would have wrote the check.
God would have wrote that check. You're right. You're fucking right, man.
I gotta piss, man.
Go ahead, bro. Back. Go ahead. While fucking Trey takes a leak, you have the fucking one and only Mr. Rowdy Radloff. I am the biggest, the baddest, fucking coolest, hairiest dude you've ever met in your life. And if you're joining me for a fucking another funky RowdCAST, then you're in the right fucking spot. I got about 3 or 4 beers. Actually, probably about 6 beers deep. Friday night, we're chilling at about 9:40 or so. We're just hanging out. But Trey's an interesting cat, man. I'm glad that he's here chilling with me. If you didn't catch 3 Lunatics last night, go back and check that out, dude. Follow 3 Lunatics on Twitter and follow the RowdCAST on Twitter. Because there's only one. And if you want to hear some ridiculous shit, we had some other podcasters on last night, and it was some fun times. But, you know, nobody does it like this RowdCAST does it. And I like to bring you the funkiest, weirdest shit. You know, always have a good conversation. Always have a good buddy with me that talks and says something every once in a while, you know. And that's that says a lot. So, yeah, that's a funny story though, dude. That was a pretty good one there.
Yeah, it's probably one of the more wilder things that's happened.
How long ago was that?
Oh, this was years ago. I worked for another company when this happened. It wasn't for me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this was probably like 2013. St. Aloysius Church in BG.
St. Aloysius. What kind of fucking religion is that?
I have no idea. But they don't want to pay.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you feed me beers throughout the podcast. I got to periodically take off and get rid of them.
Hey, that's me. I don't know why I haven't pissed yet. I'm really surprised.
Rowdy's giving me my first Rolling Rock in probably 4 years.
Everybody I give Rolling Rock to always says that. They're like, I ain't Rolling Rock forever. And then they taste it. And they're like, I can't believe they like try to make fun of me. They're like, you can't believe you're drinking Rolling Rock. And then they taste it like, Rolling Rock's pretty good. I ain't had a Rolling Rock in a long time.
It doesn't
smooth beer, dude.
I don't know if it's just me, but it doesn't taste much different from what I usually drink.
What do you usually drink?
I'm a Bud Light drinker.
Oh, thank God.
But this,
anyone that drinks Miller,
but it's not. It's kind of right up the same alley.
What do you think about Miller and Miller Lite?
I couldn't tell you because I don't drink anything other than Bud Light.
Okay, good answer. But it's so disgusting.
I'm pretty faithful to my beer.
It's like fucking piss warm fucking skunk beer.
I feel that about any beer really that I drink other than Bud Light though. It just never doesn't really.
I love lots
other
of
than
beers.
an IPA or a craft beer, but when I drink Busch or Miller Lite or anything like that, I just feel like I'm drinking piss water.
Fair enough. I like Busch Light, but dude, when I drink Miller Lite, I don't know, there's something about Miller High Life. Ugh. God, even Busch Heavy, not a fan, but yeah, I could drink it.
If I'm at a party and that's what's there, I'm grabbing one.
When I drink Busch Light, it takes me back to a trailer park, I was hanging out with like a 30-year-old dude at a trailer park with a mullet, shooting water balloons at fucking other trailers with Ross Martin and Jesse Stevens when I was like fucking 18 years old. That's what it takes me back to. I was like, we were like, we're out of beer. What do you have to drink? He's like, I got a whole fucking 30-pack of Busch.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, drank like one of them. I was like blowing chunks.
It takes me back to college when we didn't really give a fuck what beer we were drinking. It was just get you drunk beer, whatever you could afford, Yep. Going back to college is Natty Light and Beer 30. You ever drank Beer 30?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I ever drank Beer 30.
It's the most generic beer that ever was. If you think Natty Light is bad, Beer 30 comes like it's like getting a can of soda in a can that says pop. Nothing else. It's literally it's a white case, and in Times New Roman they printed Beer 30 on the side.
It's a good name,
it, man.
It's a fucking good name.
Yeah, it's just a blank white case. There's nothing to it. There's no design, no nothing. But it's a grape flavored beer. And college kids used to, I haven't seen it in years, but we used to drink it way back in the day. It was the cheapest. It was like the cheapest beer you could get. Grape flavored.
Jeez, Beer 30.
Beer 30. Yeah. I don't even know if they still make it. But,
oh man. I've drank some fucking.
It was the go-to like $15 case.
I've drank some fucking dude. That's the thing. I remember when fucking Natty Light, 30-pack of Natty Light was $9.99 when I went to college.
No shit.
Yep.
I don't remember it being that cheap.
Yep, $9.99.
I know I drank a lot of it though.
It's $10 for a fucking. It may not have been a 30-pack then, but it was like at least the case was $9.99.
Yeah.
We throw down $10, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" I remember when I was in high school, a King Cobra 40 ounce was like $1.30.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to drink 2 of those, and I would be shit wasted. I'd be pissing on.
We used to play Edward 40 hands with them.
Yep.
You ever played it with?
Oh, dude, I was king. Man. I never lost. I
lost all the time.
I never lost.
I was the biggest loser.
I never lost. Actually, I think there might have been one time I did lose. Actually, I think it was really somebody beat me in. He blew chunks everywhere.
Yeah.
So I've considered that a win.
40
I took that
with Cobras.
as a win. I woke up one time, dude. We got a case of King Cobras one time. I drank 6 of them within like a 3-hour, 4-hour period. And I woke up in my bedroom. I had a button-up shirt on. I was in my boxers. I had shoe and sock on one foot, barefoot in the other. found my other shoe 2 floors up in some random people's fucking room.
No shit.
A shoe and sock, yeah. And I went up there and got it, and they were like, "Dude, you know what happened last night?" And I was like, "No, what happened?" They were like, "Oh, dude, you just we were partying and shit, and you like you had this look in your eye, and you just like walked out. You walked over in Ryan's room. You fucking whipped your dick out, started pissing on his floor. His girlfriend followed you in there, and like asked you what you were doing. You started pissing at her, and fucking we told you had to leave, and you fucking ran away, dude." I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" I never drank 6 King Cobras ever again.
I wouldn't either. Yeah, I've had many nights like mine were always with Four Locos though.
Oh,
never
Jesus.
with Cobras, but always with Four Locos.
I drank those a couple times, dude. Tasted like someone took fucking Drano and fucking put water in it, and then I drank it.
You want to hear a funny Four Loco story?
Yeah, let me grab another beer real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll hold it down while Rowdy grabs another drink. Yeah, we're watching this video of this robot that can travel at 9 miles per hour on flat ground and jump 8 feet in the air. And this is incredible. We're watching this right now. This robot can open doors. And jump higher than most humans can. No, I'm good for now. Or I'm gonna have to piss again.
All right.
So,
You selling yourself here?
no, I'm not selling myself.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
So, anyways, man, Four Locos.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, tell the story.
We were partying in Kent, down at Kent State. This is several years. I'm talking probably 2011, 2012. And the night's getting pretty late. You know, the sun's about to come up, and we're partying, and I'm pretty fucked up. And I'm at the point where I don't care who I go home with at this point. I'm just trying to go home with somebody, right?
Yo.
Well, so I end up with this real big girl. I mean, embarrassingly, I was just that guy. I just didn't care anymore. So I end up with this.
Someone had to fuck the pig, dude.
I end up with this whale, right? And we're sitting out on the front lawn. It's the middle of summer. And I end up having sex with this girl right in the middle of the front lawn. And I'm talking, she's like a 2, dude. I would never.
Right in the front lawn of the house?
I wouldn't even show you pictures of this girl. I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, it happens, dude.
So we'd been smoking weed all night, and I had cotton mouth real bad. And so I'm trying to get some on the front lawn of this party. And so I get this girl's underwear off, right? And I'm trying to like stick my dick in her, and I just cottonmouth like crazy. Normally this is a situation where I spit and problem solved, but I can't. This isn't an option at this point. I got
spit out.
I got cottonmouth so bad I can't even produce saliva.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I can't get my dick in this girl. This girl's pussy's so dry. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I just want to fuck this girl so bad. I look over. Miraculously, here's a half-drank Four Loko sitting next to us in the yard that somebody had thrown out in the yard. It was probably used as an ashtray at some point, and somebody just threw the can out in the middle of the yard. So the first thing that comes to mind is I grab this half-empty can of Four Loko and I splash this girl's pussy down with some Four Loko. Because I can't come up with anything better, and I splash this girl down with some Four Loko with some cigarette butts in it and go to town. I get up the next morning, and this fat girl's still laying there naked on the front lawn.
Oh, my God.
She's sleeping in a wheelbarrow. There's a wheelbarrow, and she's crawled into this wheelbarrow, sleeping naked in a wheelbarrow, and there's an empty Four Loko can laying next to her.
Damn,
That's
dude.
probably the lowest I've ever gone.
That's pretty. You got to be careful with the fat chicks, though, sometimes, man.
I can imagine that.
Dude, I remember my freshman year, I was at this house. We used to call this house the Igloo House in BG. The big fucking Qdoba house by, I don't know, did you go to BG?
Yep.
The big Qdoba house on South College.
Yep.
Manville, right there. That was their house, and They had like the biggest parties and shit. But this one time, I remember I was young, dude. I was just starting college. I was 18 years old, maybe 17 when I started college. 'Cause I'm young, and we were at this party, and they had everybody would always go out to the bars. Dude, that was the worst part. You know, everybody would be at the bars. It's, oh, time for the bars. Everybody would leave you at the party when you're underage. You'd be like, fuck. Unless you had a weed to smoke, then you were good. But, so I'm at this thing. I go to meet my buddy. They all go out to the bars. I'm like with some other dude drinking. Well, next thing I know, this fucking chick barges in their house, and there's like beers everywhere, you know, there's a huge party going on, and she's like, where's he at? Where the fuck is he at? Blah, 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 and we're like, we don't know, you know, the guy's like, he's somewhere else, I don't know, you know, she's like, fucking bullshit, you know, fuck him, like, grabs this hammer that she finds, and there's fucking bottles everywhere, dude, because everybody was drinking glass bottles. Yeah. She takes a hammer and just starts smashing the bottles throughout the house, dude. Just fucking, just hitting them, just smash. Just going to like some fucking, like it was a game show.
Like
dude,
whack-a-mole.
Oh, dude, just smashing bottles across the floor, dude. Just smashing. There's just glass everywhere, dude. She just fucking just hitting, smashing the hammer in the wall. Fucking just smashes. This dude did something to her, dude. Like fuck some other chick, I think, or something. It fucking wrecked her.
That's a good way to get your house wrecked.
It wrecked her, dude. It wrecked this chick, and it wrecked his house. There was so much glass, but I just couldn't believe. Like, I just remember, like, dude, she started swinging, dude, and I just like walked right past her and out the door, and was like, I need to go home.
Yeah, it's time to get out of here.
And I just remember thinking that night, I was like, man, that's what crazy bitches are.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they're talking about, dude.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
We were just talking about one of those before the podcast started. I feel like she'd do. That's something she would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some real psycho bitches out there, dude. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man.
Be careful, kids.
Some of the craziest times in my life were in BG.
Like you said, you want to get your dick off?
Yep.
Want to get your dick off? Make sure your dick ain't going straight and crazy. Because if it is, you may have to pay the fucking piper later, dude.
Yeah.
Just know, to all of my brothers out there, in the struggle is real, dude. Fucking don't stick your dick in crazy. Make sure
easier said than done.
Very easier said than done.
Yeah, that was some of the wildest 4 years of my life down there, man. Best 4 years. A total blur in my life, but I learned a lot of life lessons down there.
Well, you have to, man. If you don't learn anything there, you aren't doing it right. There's a lot of people that went there and didn't learn a damn thing, I'll tell you that.
I didn't really learn much while I was there either. I learned how to party and
I learned life lessons, dude. I didn't learn anything fucking in school. I can't tell you one thing I learned in school there.
No,
but I can tell you.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I can tell you. I learned some life lessons, though. Some real shit.
Learned a lot, but none of it came from class.
Yeah, definitely. Dude, I had this one thing I thought was really interesting that new research they're figuring out that certain fasting diets where you can fast for a certain period of time or days even can regenerate the pancreas. So
yeah, I've been reading that right here.
Like when your shit gets diabetic and shit. So pretty much what it's saying is not eating a bunch of shit when you've ruined your pancreas from eating a bunch of shit can make it regenerate itself.
So just don't eat?
Yeah, you gotta fast.
Just fast.
I think it's like most fasting, like these new fasting diets, is like you get up, you don't eat from like from the time you wake up till like noon. You just fast. And then at noon you eat like a big lunch, whatever, and then
so far seems like what I do every day.
Yeah, me too. That's what I said too. And then I think you can eat as much as you want until like 8 or 9 o'clock. And then you can't eat after 8 or 9 o'clock, and then you have to go to bed, and then you fast through the night, and then you wake up, same thing. You just don't eat ever in the morning.
So you're allowed to eat from noon to 8?
Till like 8, I think. You just eat shitload. You can eat whatever you want.
Yeah. No, I never heard of it.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know, and it could be wrong.
You can eat a lot of food in an 8-hour window.
Yeah, you can, especially if you're
like
supposed
much
to be
of a
just
fast.
carbon out, doing whatever you want, dude.
Doesn't seem like much of a fast.
I don't know, but that's just one. I'm sure there's different ways of doing that.
Fasting has its benefits. It definitely does. There's depending on.
Yeah, I am the same way. I wake up, I don't eat nothing till like 11, 12 o'clock.
Nope, I never have an appetite till then.
No, that's when I want my lunch. But when I get up, especially if you get some coffee in you, you don't eat shit. Get some coffee, and coffee is a fucking stimulant, dude.
Yep.
I
never have an appetite until like 10, 11, sometimes noon.
You drink coffee?
Nope.
No, what do you drink? Anything in the morning?
Nothing.
Really? You don't drink
water,
anything?
maybe tea.
Really?
Yep.
That's rare, dude. Need a little something to get you going, you know?
No vices, no cigarettes, no coffee.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Give this kid a fucking award, dude.
I'm practically a saint, Rowdy, you know.
You're
that.
a saint. That's a fucking angel. Fucking angel. What do you think about people that say the Earth is only like 4,000 years old? Or how old do you think the Earth is?
Fucking not a lot more than 4,000. I know that.
Good call.
I can't reasonably put a number, but what are they saying? 60-some million from carbon dating.
Well, dinosaurs are at least 65 million years old.
Okay,
that's dinosaurs, but they believe that like amphibians and reptiles were here like 300, 400 or a million years old.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and then
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess
but carbon,
I can't, honestly, I haven't done enough research to make a comment. But
there are people like I'm pretty sure
people.
that Jehovah's Witnesses believe it's like 4,000 or 6,000 years old.
Yeah, no,
that's no way.
That's ridiculous.
That's when they believe Adam and Eve happened like 6,000 years ago.
Yeah, no. I don't know how old it is, but it's
Isn't that crazy?
It's more than 4 digits.
But people
I'll tell
believe
you that. I know.
People believe that they also believe that there's
people believe there's this flat too. So
yeah, the Earth. As I was going to say, the other thing, it was flat, and they're like, oh, those images that you see in the NASA, yeah, they all were fucking fake that way. It's like, no, that's what the Earth looks like when you look at it from fucking space.
Right.
Like, yeah, everybody, they just all happen to say it looks round, and their pictures all happen to look the same.
It looks round from every angle around the entire planet. But
it's flat, though. Christopher Columbus was right.
What I don't know, and I'm totally, I could be totally misquoting this, but I saw Kyrie Irving is a flat earther.
I've heard that.
I'm
There's a bunch
watching
of them right
ESPN.
now.
I'm at the gym the other day, and ESPN happens to be on, and I see coming up, fucking Kyrie speaks out on his flat Earth theory. I didn't actually get a chance to watch it, but
well, B.O.B.
Is he a flat
B.O.B.
earther?
Yeah, dude. And B.O.B. went fucking. B.O.B. is too. He went head to head with Neil deGrasse Tyson, but they were talking shit to each other. It's like, bro, you're a fucking you're a rapper. Like B.O.B. is pretty badass, but
a rapper going to
you're a rapper with the fucking astrophysicist.
Yeah.
Like fucking astrophysicist. What the fuck is that? I don't even know. My brain's not even smart enough to comprehend whatever your job title is.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
nope.
You do physics with the stars. Like, fucking cool, dude. I don't even care. That's cool. Tell me about aliens. You know?
I love him, though, man.
Oh, yeah, he's bad as fuck.
When he did Cosmos, did you watch Cosmos?
Yeah. Fucking awesome.
Hell of a commentator.
Yeah. He's fucking... He real cool, dude. That's what I'm saying, but... People like that, what does he have? Someone like that, like that's... Those are the kind of guys I look up to. Like, he's a realist.
Yeah.
You know, he's more of a realist. He tells you how he believes it, but he doesn't exactly. He doesn't smash your like hopes and dreams. You know, he's always like, oh, there's always that what if.
Yeah, well, he's open to change. He's open to scientific change.
But when it comes to is the Earth fucking flat? Can I fucking run across Earth? Can I see the other side of the Earth? Fucking when I look with a telescope from any area, you know, like some of the shit they say. That's what it is, though. It's just the fake news. It's fake YouTube videos. You can make anyone believe anything.
It seems to me like if the Earth was flat, it would have to have an edge, right? I mean, wouldn't you just at one point just be
Fall
able to
off.
walk off?
People would disappear. With
there would just be a cliff and nothingness.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get that. If it was flat, there would have to be an edge.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
well, you would think. I don't know, but they try to make some.
I don't know what exactly
they try to
their
make some
theories are.
excuse. They try to make some excuse for that too, but it don't make sense, man. It just doesn't hold water.
I haven't even wasted enough time to listen to flat Earth theories.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I'm not even going to waste. Nope, I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah, it's
Did you watch the new Overmeyer sentencing video?
No, I did not actually.
Yeah, most people didn't. It was 45 minutes long, but I had some time this morning and I watched it. So to keep the Overmeyer thing kind of short, he got 4 years.
You got 4 years.
4 years was 4 years was the final ruling. And I learned a lot about the case watching that video that I didn't know even beforehand. About him spending Sandusky County taxpayer money on hotels and room service and meals.
Really?
Yeah, FOJ funds. Some opiates stolen right out of Bellevue. He took big bag of pills from Bellevue that I didn't know about, but the judge ripped him apart. I mean, you'll have to watch the video when you get a chance, but the judge ripped him apart to the point where he cried. I mean, actual tears. Sat there at the end and cried.
Really?
Yep. And they ended up giving him 4 years. But so it's about to be a rough 4 years for Overmeyer.
Well, that's what happens when you think that you're more than the law or above the law. You deserve 4 years. You may deserve more than that. I don't know. But it sounds like he had a drug problem. Everybody gets drug problems, so...
Anybody else would have probably got slammed a lot harder than he did, but
yeah.
On the other side of the spectrum, law enforcement doesn't really have a good time in the clink.
No,
I think it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a long 4 years for that.
Yeah,
guy.
I agree.
So,
yeah, you're gonna get it. You said he started crying, huh?
Yeah, you'll have to watch the video. About 35 minutes in, he's standing in front of the judge and cries. Yeah,
I'd have to watch.
You know, he goes into the whole apology thing, and I know I was wrong, and yeah, you'll have to check it out, man. It's on the Sandusky Register page.
Definitely got to look at that. I wish I could find this fucking video. It's always when I try to find it.
What are you looking for?
This comic, his name is John Copenhagen or something like that. I don't fucking know. But anyway, he was on stage just doing his show at a comedy place, a fucking comedy club. And he made a joke about Trump. He said that, he was looking at Washington, D.C., and he seen the monument. It looked like a giant dick. And, so blah, blah, but, he said, it's not a real dick. He said they're saving that. He said he thought they were saving that monument for Trump, to look like an actual dick. And this woman in the front row is like, fuck you, motherfucker. And he goes, no, fuck you, lady. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid bitch.
Is this a stand-up?
Yeah, he's just doing stand-up.
Stand-up routine?
She's like, no, fuck you, your thoughts, and something like this. He's like, what the fuck? And he's like, seriously, though, fucking leave then. And, like, the one girl gets up and leaves, and the other one just keeps talking shit. Fuck you. And he's like, he just keeps doing his gig, and he's just ripping on her fucking... And she takes a fucking glass, dude, and fucking chucks it at him, dude. Hits him, like, throws it at him, hits him right in the chest.
No shit.
With the fucking glass, yeah, and it bounces off him. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, get the fuck out of here. And, like, he just keeps doing his set. He's like, he's got hit with a drink. Dude, fucking,
I'd like to see this video.
It's fucking great. God damn it. No, I can't.
Yeah, I wish you could find it.
Hold on. Let's see if I can find it somewhere. Gotta fucking find it. I feel like I should.
Hecklers can make a comedy show, man. I've seen
Well,
the way
sometimes,
Rogan
but-
handles hecklers.
Oh yeah, but sometimes like, point is like George Lopez. They had one with George Lopez where the girl he made some joke and she was like, oh blah blah, and he was like started talking about it. He's like, you know what? Just get. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Get her the fuck out of here. And everyone was like, oh, the way he handled that was like shitty. It's like, no, you're going to a fucking show. He's the fucking performer.
Yeah.
You're not. It's not a fucking conversation. This isn't a fucking therapy session. No. Shut the fuck up. He's not having a conversation with you.
It's not for a debate. He's here to tell jokes.
Yeah. He's being paid. Every minute is his time.
Yeah.
So when you talk and you're trying to have a conversation, that's his time. That's my time. I paid to watch this show. Like, that's what I'm saying is these people act like they don't understand. It's
Don't
fucking
go to
comedy.
a comedy show if you're going to get offended by a joke.
No.
If you have any inclination that you're going to get offended by anything,
Do you know what you're paying
go
to
to a
see?
fucking comedy
Yeah, like
show.
what the fuck are you
these
thinking?
guys are ruthless.
Yeah, you should, and you should really know what the comic you're into, and what he's going to talk about, or what
Right.
chance you might hear.
Yep.
You may hear some stuff you don't like. It's ridiculous. It really is, man. It's fucking pisses me the fuck off, dude. Thank God, fucking Iron Man.
there it
Iron
is.
Man fucking
Zach
got it,
came
dude.
in.
Yep, he knew. Thank you, Mr.
Thanks,
Iron
Zach.
Man. It's good. Fucking ripping ass over here. Fucking Trey's just fucking
You feed
ripping.
me these Rolling Rocks.
Giving him Rolling Rocks. He's fucking shitting his pants in my house. The fuck? Yeah, you got to
It's like
watch
toxicity
this.
in my body.
I can't help it, man. It's fucking the good stuff. Okay, watch this. This is great.
All right.
Thank you, Zach. Hold on, we gotta put this shit up real quick.
Oh, is Caparulo?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this guy. I think he's from Ohio, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, I think he's from Cleveland.
Joey Diaz fucking hates him, dude. Him and Joey
I've
Diaz
seen
have beef,
Caparulo
dude. He
before.
fucking he's been around for a long time. He is funny. The only thing about him is just it's kind of like a lot of the same. He's got that same tone. He tells you he's funny, but he just I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
he's repetitive.
He's very repetitive.
Like the Washington Monument. I'm like, somebody got paid to design that shit? It's a fucking pencil. I mean, that's it. It's just a big fucking cement pencil. Some people think it looks like a dick, but I think they're saving that design for Trump's monument. No, fuck you, stupid. All right? What's it?
Fuck you, stupid.
What are you, his fucking mom? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, God. Am I the first one to dislike Trump? Oh, my God. I must have invented disliking Donald Trump. Hey, on your way out, remember, you can suck my balls.
The classic.
Break up my show, lady.
Don't break up my
show. Come up here and do this shit, and I go fuck off.
I wish you would have chucked that
I
at
wish he
her.
would have too.
That's a bitch like that deserves that.
That hurt a little bit. All right.
He laughs it off, dude.
That hurt. And see, right now.
Yeah, he's got Cleveland hat on.
This is like. I heard you was a bitch, but. And right now, like, I still gotta do comedy.
I can't believe he kept his cool.
Yeah.
You ever go to a family reunion and your uncle cusses out your grandma, you know, and somebody comes up like, who wants cake? You know, like, I gotta be the guy who goes, who wants cake right now? I mean, dude, fucking, what the fuck was that? Does he get mad at anybody else for talking shit on Trump?
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
But it's the time that we're living in, dude.
You
can't
go to a
fucking-
comedy show and get offended when they start talking politics.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
What do you think they're going to talk about
That's the
around
thing.
election time?
That's the thing. It's like time. Well, it's just even now, like it's Trump is like the jackpot for fucking. The Trump and his cabinet is like the jackpot for anybody, but especially comedians.
Yeah.
There's so much material there that fucking. That's why
There's
like.
an unlimited amount of material.
Oh my God! So you think that you might go to a comedy show and they might not talk about politics? Like you're crazy.
Good luck with that.
Like come on, but you can't even say something. Goes the same thing as like I was talking about that Milo thing. We're getting to an age where people are like, fucking crazy, dude. Like I was saying, I told Kayla this the other day, and I probably said this on here before, but it used to be like, yeah, everybody has an opinion. We all know that. You're allowed to speak your opinion. Your opinion can be heard. But now we're at a time where their opinion means you have to change your lifestyle because someone has an opinion, and enough people have that opinion, so that becomes a law, or that becomes a fact, or that becomes a standard. And it's like, no, that's not how this works. Like,
no, you're allowed to have an opinion, but you can't just change a law because you think, like the transgender bathroom thing.
Yeah.
Now we're having to put a third bathroom into some of our buildings to be politically correct. I mean,
or the fucking pronoun thing where it's
you can't say him or her, or
he
or she,
Z or zo or
they.
No, they. I'm not gonna call you fucking they. They is a multiple people. You are a fucking person. I'm not fucking. What do you think this is? Some kind of alien? Fucking
right.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm not playing that shit.
There was just a thing that went around in Port Clinton schools. There was a 5th grader that had decided that they wanted to that they were going to change genders, and a note had to be sent home. I know a lot of people read this article probably hate me right now, but yeah, Port Clinton School sent this letter home to all the parents in the schools saying, hey, we have a 5th grader that would like to be now represented as I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but she's going to now be representing as a he. And we just want to get the full respect and full support from all the parents and students alike, and have this talk with your children that this kid deserves the respect, because he or she decided that she wants to be something different. But at 5th grade, now to each their own. I don't have anything bad to say about that, but in 5th grade now we have kids that are watching TV. And, watching people like, what's the fucking woman of the year that just had the sex change?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, the Jenner. We get kids that watch TV and see shit like this, and they're in 5th grade now, and they think, oh, well, I'd like to represent as a girl, too.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And that's, I don't know, it's like,
I believe some people...
5th graders that want to change their gender now?
Yeah. That's what... Dude, Kayla showed me some video of... a kid, he was like, this isn't even 5th grade, he was like 5 or 6 years old, and he, ever since he was born, he's always said he was a girl, and that he identified as a girl, and so they finally started treating him like a girl, and he was happy, like he wasn't happy ever, and they started treating him like a girl, letting him do girl things, wear girl clothes, blah blah, and they said, well, their doctors were like, he's a girl. It's like amazing, but I mean,
I've got nothing against anybody's happiness. If you're happier being treated like a girl and acting like a girl, I guess that's fine. But deep down, we're all born with either a dick or a pussy.
Absolutely.
There's no.
Absolutely.
We're all
doesn't
X
matter,
or Y.
It doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter who you are or how you act. There's not a standard for some people make one, but there's not a standard for. You could be a girl and into guns and blowing shit up and working on trucks and blah. You could be a guy and you're into fucking slippery dildos.
Exactly. If that's what makes you happy, if you want me to treat you like a girl, that's fine.
Absolutely.
I'll do that. But deep down, you're still a man.
Yes.
You were still born
with
a penis.
I agree with you.
I don't think that's something you can just decide later on in life.
But I also
would be a girl.
Or you just like, well, today I woke up and I'm a guy. I'm going to be a man today. And then tomorrow I woke up and I'm going to be a female. Today I'm a female. You have to call me her. Mm-hmm. Well, today I want to be a girl again. And you know what? Today I'm going to be a fucking dog. You have to call me Ruffy every time I fucking talk. And it's, hey, Ruffy. And that's what you have to say today. It's like, this is not a fucking...
How far is this going to go?
Yeah, this isn't a fucking a grade school fucking playground. I'm not fucking, I'm not gonna
playing pretend anymore.
No, it's not a pretend world. That's the thing. There's people that call them foxkins or fucking. You ever heard of a foxkin? They're people that believe they're foxes. You have to fucking refer to them as foxes. This is
you
real.
Be shitting me.
No, this is real. There's people that refer to themselves as certain animals, and you have to talk to them in certain pronouns, and that's what I'm saying. That's real too. So if that's real, I'm not gonna call you a Z or a Zer.
This
or
shit's gotten so ridiculous.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I got relatives that would roll over in their fucking grave if
Me
they
too.
knew that there were people that are trying to identify.
My grandpa would fucking punch me. He'd punch me in the face if he knew that some of this shit was going on.
Yep.
He'd fucking freak out.
It's wild.
But, you know.
Speaking of fifth graders, man, I got a question
Yes, sir.
for you.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about? I had a buddy who also happens to be Trey. He's a substitute teacher locally. Posted earlier about all the elementary school students that he substitute teaches. They all are operating out of Chromebooks now. You know, so like tablets and laptops, whatever a Chromebook is. I think it's a tablet.
Yeah, it's like a tablet. It's like a double. I think a Chromebook is like what I have. It can turn it around. It's a flat screen. It's a touchpad.
But it's got a
Or
keyboard
it's a
too.
computer.
Okay.
You can flip it back.
I'm an Apple guy, so I don't know, but
Gotcha.
But I know a Chromebook is like a tablet, and so he made this post, you know, and if you go to my page here, you'll be able to read it. But he made this post saying that kids these days are they're rocking Chromebooks that are provided by the school, and they're not being able to learn correct spelling and correct grammar because these Chromebooks have autocorrect, and when they're writing reports or typing papers or anything like that, kids aren't able to learn correctly how to spell words or use grammar because the Chromebooks are correcting everything for them as they type it, and they submit all this
problem.
It's a serious problem.
Serious problem.
And one of the other complaints is these Chromebooks cost a lot of money, and you know, elementary school kids are breaking these Chromebooks. They're dropping them, or they're spilling milk on them, or whatever. And the parents are having to replace these Chromebooks out of pocket because their kids are breaking them, which is another issue right there. And there it is. If you scroll up a little bit, the idiocracy down a little bit there, right there. No, where the fuck did it go? There it is. Yeah, this guy right here. But so these Chromebooks, you can play games on them. These kids are finding ways to get around the firewall, you know, where they have these websites they can go to get around the firewall. They can play games. We always did that. You know, they blocked all the porn sites and stuff, but there was websites you could go to.
You put the website in there, and you can do whatever you want after that.
And those are still very real. So these kids have Chromebooks where they're bypassing firewalls. They're able to go to whatever websites they want. They're instant messaging each other during class. They're playing games. They're breaking their Chromebooks. Their parents are having to pay to replace them. And they're not learning grammar because their Chromebooks are auto-correcting every mistake that they make as they write these papers. And it's like, you've seen Idiocracy, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like, man, this is how Idiocracy starts.
Yep.
We get fifth graders. They're doing all their homework on Chromebooks. And autocorrect is taking care of all their errors for them.
Yeah.
Where can you see where this is going?
You don't ever learn anything.
No.
Everything's corrected for you. It's just like anything. You learn more from a loss or a mistake than you do from. If you're always right all the time, then you're not going to you don't need to do anything. You don't need to live your life. You might as well die. If you're right, you just do the same. You're right every time that you do everything.
You just got a computer telling you that you're either right or wrong. I mean, you really don't even have to do any thinking for yourself. No. I can understand the convenience of having homework and submitting papers online and stuff like that, but
the brain already is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. You're saying how small the brain is getting.
But now we've got fifth. I mean, I remember being in fifth grade, and the coolest thing I had was a number 2 pencil and a fucking literacy workbook.
For real.
And that's how I did all my work. You know, and now these kids got touchscreen Chromebooks that correct their every mistake, their every spelling mistake, their every grammar mistake, and they can play games and instant message on them. It just seems like a disaster, and it's causing a huge financial conflict between the schools and the parents that are having to pay for damaged Chromebooks because the school provides them, and when you break them, you got to pay for them.
Wow, man. That's,
you know, so this guy speaking out, he kind of put himself out there as a substitute teacher saying, is it just me, or should we make books and pens and pencils relevant again?
I agree with him. And I agree with him too. Again, it goes right back into what we were talking about earlier, though, is it's all becoming part of the machine, dude. The machine's going to take over. Where there's fucking spelling. What the fuck? We don't even think about spelling around here.
Well, they
we don't have time
they
to
don't
get-
teach cursive anymore.
Yeah, no, fuck.
They're not allowed to say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore. School's so fucking different now than when
They
you
can't
were
say
in
the
Iowa.
Pledge of Allegiance
There's a
anymore?
lot of schools that don't say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore.
See, that's amazing
Yep,
to me.
because some people are offended by it. You know, when I was in school, that was the first thing we did every morning. We lined up, we put our hand on our heart, and we'd
Look
say
at
the
the
Pledge of
flag.
Allegiance. We'd look at the flag.
That's important.
Yep. And
that's-
they're ruling that out now because they don't want anybody to be offended.
Oh,
to the
man,
Pledge
I
of
didn't know
Allegiance.
that. That makes me sad, dude.
It is sad, man.
Because that's your country. And that doesn't matter where you came from. You still should honor your country. That's where you're at now. That was the American dream. That's what America's about.
And we're teaching kids that they can change their gender if they want. They can be a fucking girl if they want. They can be a fox if they want.
Yeah,
they don't
they can
have
be
to
a
say the
foxkin.
Pledge of Allegiance. And
Be a foxkin.
if anybody offends them in any way, let's make sure it gets on the news.
What do you think about like terrorism in the United States? Like some of the shit that's happened, like the nightclub shooting and the San Bernardino shootings, and do you think that's just a bunch of just crazy people with guns, or do you think that's more tied into like a network that you can just see more of this shit, more intertwined shit?
It's hard to say with the San Bernardino shooting and like the gay club shooting.
Yeah.
This could have been a crazy homophobic lunatic, or this could have been a guy associated with a much bigger operation. But is this guy still alive, or did he off himself after that shooting?
The one in Orlando?
Yeah, in Orlando.
I'm pretty sure he killed himself.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
But no, man, I think he was probably a part of something much bigger than just being a homophobe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's something more to that.
Yeah.
And like I told you before I came on, I'm not as up to speed with the world as I used to be.
Oh yeah.
With everything going on right now.
Yeah, it's just a random question. But I really my question why I ask it is because since Donald Trump's taken office, we haven't seen anything like that yet. We haven't seen any of these homegrown terrorist type activities. But I think, and once it does, it's going to be interesting because this is what he's been preaching. This is why we're doing these travel bans. This is why we're going to do this. This is why we're going to do that. It's because we're going to stop this shit from happening. And once one does, how he reacts is going to be really, really interesting, I think.
Yep.
But it's only a matter of time or days. I don't want to jinx myself and watch something that happens tomorrow or something, but it's only a matter of time until we get something like that's going to really show how he reacts to it. I think that's really important. But
well, he's only been in office, for a matter of weeks now. So
yeah,
time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell with Trump.
Definitely. Yeah, man. But you got anything else, Trey? Got anything else you want to talk about, or anything we didn't talk about?
Oh yeah, dude. I kind of wanted to talk about my Colorado trip a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
And how crazy it was to go out there and see the the culture gap between here and there, and how much legalization has changed that state completely, the recreational legalization. So I went out there to see some friends, and the first thing when I got there, I meet up with these guys, and they say, "Oh, let's go check out some dispensaries." And
that'd be my first thing too.
That's like the first thing. It's
Absolutely.
the first thing I wanted to do. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's go do it.
Yeah.
And it's like 11:00 at night, and we just take a 5-minute drive from their house, and we pull up to a dispensary. I've never been in a dispensary before this moment, And I go in there with nothing more than my Ohio ID. They check it out. I go in there, and next thing I know, I'm coming out with a quarter of some recreational pot, and it was like mind-blowing to me because it was just all regulated. Everything was just in a sealed package that had all these the CBD content, the THC content, ingredients that were in the soil that this shit was grown in, and it's all super regulated. And it's so cool that they just they have everything they have everything so legitimized out there that you can just literally walk in a street corner and walk out with up to an ounce of pot, which, something you're going to go to jail for here in Ohio. But it took me less than 5 minutes to do it. I was in Colorado for less than an hour, and I bought my first quarter of legal weed.
That's awesome.
And they're just cool about it out there, man. The police officers smoke out there. The police officers smoke weed. We walked. You're not supposed to smoke in public, but we walked through a park smoking a joint, and they just waved to us. We weren't causing any trouble, so they waved to us. They're super cool out there. There's a street.
That's what I imagine it to be like.
It was like Utopia.
Someday.
There's a street called Colfax Avenue where there's like 3 dispensaries to every one business of every other kind. Literally, I mean, like dispensary, dentist's office, dispensary. I mean, it's just like they're so saturated down there, and the prices are so low, compared to what we pay up here. I walked out of that store with that, like I said, with that quarter the first night I was there for $50. Wow. Which is, unheard of right here.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that how much different the general public acts out there compared to here. Everybody out there was holding the door open for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how you doing? You only got 2 items? Yeah, here, go ahead and get in line in front of me. I got a full cart. Everybody out there is just so nice and just really chill in general, man. And I got out there and I'm like, I don't want to go home. I got to hiking up in Red Rocks. You're familiar with the Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Yeah.
And we got to hiking out there, and we met a bunch of cool people out there. And just the general attitude of everybody out there is just so much change. It's just so much different from here. It just makes Ohio look like a bunch of stuck-up bitches. Really? We don't hold the door for each other. We don't tell each other good morning. And everybody out there does, man. And it's just, everybody is just so nice. It just made me not want to come home.
That's how Georgia is too. So the South is like that. There's a lot of hospitality everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Good morning. Everybody's talking to you. But yeah, that's the thing though. Once you go, see, I lived in Georgia for like 3 years, and I'm not saying that's a long time, but once you're around it though long enough though, and I'm sure there though the weed culture has a lot to. In Georgia, dude, they're one of the last states that'll legalize weed.
Yeah.
They're Bible Belt. But the one thing I can say about the culture type things is that's what's amazing is just for the same country, when you go just over the state borders, the difference that you can see sometimes.
Yep.
Just the state to state that we have just completely different like ways of thinking. But when I lived there, that's how it was. It was just everything was so polite and that Southern hospitality type thing. And back here, we don't have that. We're to the point. We're straight. We're that's always that realist type thing that I said. We're a realist.
Yep.
That's kind of how we are. But we're quick. Get the fuck out of our way. Shut the fuck up. Fucking come on. I got things to do today. And Southern people aren't like that. But Southern people aren't honest. They're dishonest. Like when you ask them a question, they'll say, "Oh yeah, you like him, is he good, blah, blah." And they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, he's fine, he's cool, blah, blah." And, like, realistically, though, they don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they would be like, "No, he's a fucking idiot. I don't fucking like him." But
they're a little too nice.
In the North, we're just like, if you ask us, no, he's fuck him.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
In the South, they don't. They beat around the bush, so that, like, causes more issues.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Like I said, I don't know if that had anything to do with legalization or not, but it's just important to know.
Could be.
And the other thing out there was when you actually do a little research into where all those tax dollars from legalization are going, all the taxation from regulation, and Colorado's doing awesome things with that money as far as scholarships and school funding, roadways. They're spending that money right, and there was I just read a real legitimate breakdown of what they're doing.
They're putting it back.
Yep, they're putting it back into their state.
Putting it back into the state. They're putting it in the roadways. They're putting it in the schools. Yeah, they're giving back. That's where we need. That's what this. That's
kudos
the thing.
to Colorado.
Instead of fucking opening the coal mines back up, like fucking Trump's doing, and fucking pounding the pipelines, fucking sell some fucking legal weed, dude, and fucking watch the fucking profit pour in. I just seen the thing out of the 5 best economies. I think they meant by state economies or city economies. I'm not sure, but they said out of the 5 best in the United States, 3 of them are states with legal weed.
Yeah,
Recreational marijuana.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think Oregon, Washington D.C., which what a surprise there, and Colorado were 3 of the 5 that are the best economies in the United States. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, it's not a coincidence.
No, it's not
I really don't think it's a coincidence.
I don't think so either. I got to take a leak.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got to fucking whiz, bro.
I wish some of these other states would follow Colorado's example here, because looking at everything that Colorado's done with the money that they've made from this legalization is unreal. The amount of scholarships that they can provide for people and housing and stuff like that. It's crazy to think that the rest of us aren't doing it. I mean, that's what's really most surprising to me, is that after seeing the success, the overwhelming success Colorado had with it, that the rest of us aren't just jumping at the opportunity to do it. But it's really people like Jeff Sessions that are kind of holding us back. That Jeff Sessions is one of the people that want to continue to let federal law interfere with the state's choice to whether to legalize or not legalize. So really, if we could just get past that federal law and unschedule marijuana and let states decide on their own, I really think we could go places with this. But like I said, Colorado's just one example of many.
But it's that's one of the places that I really want to be, though. I want to check out Colorado. Is a place you could see yourself living?
Yeah, I could see myself living there. I'm more of like a warm climate all year round, like a Florida type guy. I hate cold weather, but as far as like atmosphere and environment and people, Colorado's awesome, man. I could totally live there and not complain. I got some buddies out there, Ryan, Brett, and Miranda, that are the people that I went out there really to see, and I've never seen them happier. I knew them for several years when they still lived back in Bellevue, and not that they weren't happy people, but you can just tell just by talking to them now that they just feel like they're just free, like they're where they belong. You know what I mean? They're just happier people now that they're out there. Definitely, dude. If you're trying to ever make a trip out to Colorado, don't think twice about it. Even if you only go out there, I only went out there for 4 days. So even if you only can go out there for a couple days, do it, man. Get yourself a plane ticket and go out there and experience it firsthand. It's worth the trip.
Yeah, I definitely got to get there. We were talking about that the other day. It's like there's some places that I really want to hit still. I've traveled a good amount, but I really want to see Europe. I really want to see Hawaii.
Yeah, I've never seen either. Yeah, Hawaii's big. I definitely want to get to Hawaii.
I really want to see. I'd like to see like China or Japan. Somewhere in Asia. I don't know. I just want to see all over the world, dude. I want to fucking. You start to realize, dude, I'm about to be 30 years old, man, in April, and you start to realize, like, dude, this fucking train don't fucking last forever.
No.
Like, it fucking rolls pretty quick now. It's starting to speed up. It feels like I'm heading towards the end of the tracks pretty quickly now, and I know I got a long way to speak, but that's what you hope,
Once you get on the other side of 25, it starts to hit you, huh?
Fuck yeah, it does. It starts fucking you up. How old are you?
I'll be 26 in April.
Yep. You're about to get fucked up, bro. Ersk's about to fucking say, hello, dude, let's go for a spin.
I'm already feeling
Next thing you know, you're fucking 30 years old and you're fucking balding.
Like we talked about before we sat down, my Friday. This is the most exciting thing I've done on a Friday night. My Friday nights consist of, like I said, a fat bowl and some Netflix.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm only 25. Like, what am I going to be doing when I'm 30?
fucking welcome to my life, bro. Be like me. Fucking make the kid a bottle and fucking do a podcast. That's how you roll, dude, on a Friday night when you're ready to rattle off.
Oh, it's always a good time here, man.
Hell yeah,
I love
dude.
coming here.
Hell yeah, man. Well, you're always welcome to fucking be here. You know that, dude. Fucking, I have a good conversation with you anytime that you fucking stop by. So you're always, for sure, man. You always bring fucking something to the table. I wanted to, before we end this though, I wanted to end this on a fucking weird note.
You're gonna end something on a weird note? No way.
Yeah, I like to make things weird.
Like
I like to make things weird or creepy. I was driving home tonight, and right after I texted you, I called Kayla, and I was talking to Kayla, and I was driving and flying in my work van. I was going probably 65 miles an hour down fucking country road. Fucking bunch of deer fucking ran out in front of me, dude. About just nicked the fucking back of this fucking... There was like 4 or 5 doe. They were big, though. Fucking come running across, and I think I clipped the last one. My car seemed fine, but... Scared the shit out of me, dude. I was like, damn, dude, fucking... I was like, thank God, though. But... As I was after that, it just kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of creeped me out, so I was kind of being cautious, cruising, and when I was kind of being cautious and cruising, it was kind of creepy. And I mean, have you ever had like any creepy, at nighttime when you're fucking creeping down this back road, you ever had any creepy experiences or seen any weird stuff or anything like that?
I can't think of anything specific when I was driving. But I got one thing that sticks with me out on a backcountry road. I wasn't driving at the time. But, man, we were out on our four-wheelers, me and a buddy and I, and there's this old abandoned barn out in the middle of this field. We used to always ride around, it was kind of cool. It was just all fucking falling apart and shit. Yeah. It had been abandoned for years.
Yeah.
So we're riding our four-wheelers around out there, and we find a crowbar. We're exploring this barn. We find a crowbar laying on the floor of this barn. It's probably been sitting there forever, all rusty and shit. And there's a wooden ladder built into the side of this barn so you can get up into the hay mow. So you know the shape of a crowbar, right? It's like a long straight lead pipe, and then it's got a sharp curve on the end. You know what a crowbar looks like, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So when you go to hang a crowbar on the rung of a ladder, you're going to expect it to stay there. It's got a real nice bend to it on the one end.
Yeah.
So we're out there, and it's just the two of us, and it's late at night, and we're just on our four-wheelers, 16, 17 years old. I pick this crowbar up, and I hang it very gently on the rung of this ladder, and it hangs there nicely. And we're going to walk away, and we both turn our backs, and we start walking the other direction. And I just hear ting, 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 and the fucking crowbar's on the ground. Crowbar just falls off the ladder. So pretty much this fucking crowbar that I just hung on the rung of this ladder very gently, after I turned my back, decided to jump off the ladder and fall to the ground. So you talk about fucking creepy when you're 16 years old, and you hang something. You know what I mean? That's like me taking a hook, like a hanger, and hanging it in your closet, and you turn around and that hanger jumps off and falls on the ground.
But it wasn't happen that it like swung back.
It wasn't swinging, man. It was not swinging.
It was over top.
I hung it on there very nicely.
So it was over top. There's no way it could have just like...
Nope, it was over top.
Someone had to smack it.
Yep, it was over top. Like if you take a picture of a clothes hanger and you hang it in your closet, right? And it's just dangling there still. You turn around and walk away and that shirt falls to the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a fucking creepy story. When I was like, I don't know, I was like 5th or 6th grade, I think. Something like that. Maybe 7th grade. We used to go back to, Dead Ladies Quarry.
Yep.
Back
heard
there.
Of it. Yep.
We used to fucking, we'd go back there and always like climb down the waterfall and look around in there and take pictures. I used to carry a video camera all the time. We'd record weird shit, and like we thought we were funny and shit.
Yeah.
We thought we were like Jackass or something. This is probably even before Jackass. But anyways, so we went down there, and it was always got creepy vibes and shit down there. One time we go around the other way. We were trying to go in a different way. We fucking stumbled upon this little fucking hut, dude. Fucking, there's a little table in there. There's a little shack built. It's got a heater inside there. Fucking little cave and shit, like a little swing with there's a gravestone type thing there.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, it was fucking weird as shit, dude. Come to find out, dude, fucking, it creeped us the fuck out. We got the fuck out of there, dude. It was real weird, dude. And someone was like living out there, dude. This is a Dead Lady's Quarry. Anyway, so my buddy, fucking Burkhart and Jesse, dude, they were driving home one night down that road, dude. They get stopped at the train, and they were stopped at the train. Yeah, then the train like moved. They start driving. As they're driving, dude, somebody comes running out of the fucking woods right by there and like ran up against the car, like fucking. Like flew by, and they were like telling us about it, and we thought they were like fucking crazy and shit. But I always remembered that. I always remembered they told me that.
So when they came running at the car.
Yeah, somebody come like running. They just come like running out of the woods when they were driving by and like about hit their car. And, like they said they like smacked like the back of their car when they ran by.
No shit.
And he said it was an old looking, crazy looking dude.
Yeah, he's probably living out there.
Yeah, and they fucking comes to find out. We always, like, made fun of him, but I'd always remember when I was younger. I mean, that was, like, we were in high school. I always remembered when I was younger when I seen that there, so I always thought it was the same guy. Like, if it was a possibility, but I never seen a guy.
Mm-hmm.
They found some guy living out there not too long ago. It was a couple years ago. Fucking, he was living in somebody's barn. Up in their barn, dude. Fucking, they really seen him, dude. There was a real guy out there. Fucking living out there. He was probably watching us, dude, that day.
No shit.
We were looking around. Fuck yeah, dude.
Wow. Yeah, dude.
He was
that
fucking
would creep me the fuck out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And he fucking is fucking living out in the woods. And that Dead Lady's Quarry, the reason they call that Dead Lady's Quarry is a girl got shot in the head.
Yeah, I always wondered why they called that Dead Ladies.
They found a girl laying out there on the side of the road where everybody throws their trash. All the rednecks throw their trash out there. They found a lady laying out there, and she had a pillowcase on her head, and someone shot her in the head. And so I always called it Dead Lady's Quarry. They never figured out who killed her.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I always wondered why they called that Dead Ladies, but...
Yep, that's why they call it that.
Yep, I remember rolling around out there back in high school, taking four-wheelers out there.
Yeah, but we found the fucking... Yeah, that's some creepy shit, man.
Yeah.
But, anything else for me, Mr. Trey Chamberlain?
I don't think so, man. I think we covered it all.
We did. I don't know if we covered it all, but we covered a lot.
We didn't cover it all. But we
lot.
Drank 4 beers, so...
We definitely drank 4 I think we drank 4 fucking 16-ounce beers. So we've done some beer drinking. But, thank you so much, man. Thanks for coming back. Anytime we can do this, you let me know.
Yeah, man, life's about to get crazy with this baby, but for sure, we'll find some time.
That's why I wanted to get you in here, man.
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to get you. Give you one last hurrah on the fucking podcast. Next time you're going to be a changed man. It'll be for the better. But next time I want you to come back. So
absolutely,
make sure
dude. And I mean this when I say this. I'm not just saying this for podcast sake. I have a good time when I come here. I love sitting here talking with you and drinking beer. Yep.
Hell yeah.
So
appreciate
let's do
that.
it again, man.
Appreciate that, man. And anybody, all you guys, anybody that's ever been on the show, thank you guys. I love every one of you guys. And anybody that listens, thanks. If you don't listen, I don't give a fuck. I do it because I have fun, just like Trey said. We're having a good time here. We're smoking doobies. We're drinking beers. And we're having a fucking gay old time, like the Jetsons used to say, you know?
Yeah.
You know? It's fucking... We're just having a
One
blast.
more Chamberlain Roofing. Chamberlain Roofing.
Throw it out there.
Know anybody in the market? Definitely. I got a Facebook page now. Get a hold of me.
Yeah. So if you want a fucking roof, you want it done right, you want somebody to come in, tell you this is how it's going to go. We're going to throw a new roof on there. It's going to be nice and slick. Get a hold of Mr. Trey Chamberlain because he does good work. I've seen some of his work and it's excellent. So
appreciate it.
No problem, brother. And we are getting out of here, so groove to the music. I'll catch you next time. I'm Rowdy Radloff. RowdCAST.